Okay. Well, every victory is a good victory, so I'm proud of our team. The thing that I think stands out is our guys play hard. Even when things aren't super efficient and super smooth, we hang in there. We try to make adjustments. Some of them work, some of them don't, but our guys responded. I think that I don't think we had many plays in the first half, maybe 16 or so. Our defense didn't start off great. They were able to move the ball up and down the field for 2 straight drives. And then I think we just picked up the pressure. You'd like to be a little more efficient in some base calls, but we were not. So the pressure package definitely helped us. That's been good, the ability to do that. We've used it quite a bit throughout the year, but I would like to be able to play some more normal defense, better and more efficient. So I think those are some things we can work through on offense. It's an up and down game. We made some big explosive plays, and then we got stopped, multiple times. And sometimes when teams are bringing the kitchen sink, which they did at times, you're going to have negative plays. But when you get through that initial line, you've got to go score, and we did. So I just think it's a good one to win. A lot of things to learn. But our guys do play hard, and they want to win. And so I credit them for just sticking with it and coming out here and playing to the end.
Jeff, you always talk about playing confident football, like the pass run, kind of want that equal. When Isaac was hurt, obviously Chris had 300 performances. Isaac obviously looked a lot healthier, 200 yards today. And how nice is that to know that you can't have that balance and know that those playmakers can rise to the occasion?
Well, they did. They showed up and made plays. Isaac, it was great to see him run fast. Keywan got in, did a good job. We had some negative runs, but we hung in there and popped a few, and that's what you got to do. The passing game wasn't as strong, but those are things we can work on. I think Chris and Colin, those guys played hard and made some plays. So, like I said, I just think coming off the field, would I like to play better? Yes. But we scored 38 points. We played much better on defense in the second half. Got many more stops. Got off the field on third down. So a lot of things to learn and look at. But that's a W.
Isaac is obviously explosive. But these 3 straight weeks with the fumble that led to scores for you guys. What can you do, and how healthy is he able to? Can you work on things like that in practice, kind of prevent that type of thing?
Well, it's almost at the point now, the more we talk about it and practice it, then it pops up, because trust me, we work on it. We remind them before we went out there multiple times, but you just got to secure it as tight as you can. And I didn't see the play. Maybe they did a great job knocking it out. Even the Miami game, the guy did a good job knocking it out. Yes, we wouldn't like to fumble. So I just think there might be able to come some times where we double, put our arms around it. He likes to run fast and make moves, and he's quick. So maybe there just comes a point where we got to really roll over the ball. So we'll look at it on video. But he bounced back. I mean, it's never fun to fumble. They are costly, but he bounced back and did a good job.
Coach, there's of course been conversations about coming off big wins. There's been some times where you go out the next game and your teams have lost games. When you're preparing for this game, when you're getting ready for this, does that even enter your mind at all as you get ready and making sure that you guys can come out and get a victory today?
Well, yeah, every day it does, actually. Anytime we have a big win, you're worried about maybe taking your foot off the gas. I don't think we did. I thought we practiced hard and well. I know some people don't fully understand, but in college football, on any given day, anybody can be anybody. You got to be efficient. You got to be able to make adjustments. You got to keep playing hard. I thought our guys played hard, and yes, it wasn't perfect. There was some ugly series out there on defense early, some ugly series on offense, but then there were some big plays, and then there were some good stops. So we found a way to score more than them. Definitely can learn things from the video, which is good. But I do think these guys want to win, and we'll just continue to work as hard as we can to win the next one.
Jeff, was there anything you did different? This is a two-parter. Was there anything you did differently this week of preparation, kind of with that in mind? The Pitt game from 2 years ago, Stanford last year, like coming off of those big wins. And I also wanted to say, what does it say to you about this team that despite not playing, an efficient game, you still came out with it?
No, we didn't do a whole lot different. I mean, we have a pretty good plan. We get a lot of work in. I think we take care of them as much as we can, but we get a lot of work in. We get a lot of good on, good in. So the game speed isn't like, hey, it's just going to pop up. We get that. So I thought that we were ready to go going into the game. This team came ready to play, made some plays early on. We still found a way to get the lead at half, which was shocking to me because I didn't feel like we had a lead. But we hung in there, and we just, like I said, it was a different game where you just got to stick to it. And yes, I do like that our team cares, our coaches care. We want to win. We're going to do everything we can. We're going to make adjustments. We're going to get on each other. We're going to disagree and agree on a couple things. And I want our players to see us intense and us into it, so that they are as well. But our guys have been into it, and you're in the locker room. They want to win. They want to correct their mistakes during the week, and we'll have to do that in order to get a win next week, because Virginia Tech is playing really, really well after their change.
Jeff, obviously Colin provides that spark in special teams with those returns, but it seemed like they were just not really kicking toward him or allowing him to run. How much of a factor do you feel like that had, especially in terms of field position and maybe kind of getting that momentum going for offense?
Well, Colin does a really good job. Yes, they have put some kicks up high. He hasn't had a chance to return many. He's caught them. He's done a good job. He made enough plays for us in this game. I'd like to get him involved even more. Just like every week, I'd like to get a lot of the playmakers involved as much as we can. To his credit, he doesn't complain. He continues to work. He came off the field a couple of times and said, this might be open, this might be open. He was correct. He was correct, especially in the all-out blitz looks. We could have got the ball to him a little bit and taken some shots there. And they got us on some max blitzes that we didn't have enough to block, and we've got to be better, which has happened to us before. So we just got to continue to work on that, and you got to see it, you got to recognize it, and you have to be able to get out of the huddle quickly so that you can make adjustments when that happens. And then we had some penalties again that hurt us. That's kind of stood out a little bit as penalties that have stopped drives. Okay.